Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Harden and this is Lipstick Tactical. Being a new shooter on the range can be an intimidating and stressful experience. This video will demonstrate an exercise you can practice at home in just a few minutes that will increase your confidence and your competency on the range with the range commands you'll hear and manipulating your firearm. First thing we're going to do is uncase our firearm. Always, always, always check your firearm. Make sure it is unloaded. When we're going to pick it up, fingers off the trigger. I've got it pointed in a direction that there's nobody there, but I do live in an apartment complex, so safety is imperative. Finger is off the trigger. I do know that this gun is unloaded. I'm the last person that handled it. I did verify it was empty, but you always treat your firearm like it's loaded, no matter if you were the last person to handle it or not. So my finger's off the trigger. I'm gonna drop my magazine out. It's empty. I'm gonna rack the slide on my firearm. I'm gonna visually inspect that the gun is in fact empty. There's no ammo in the chamber. There's nothing, no magazine down here. We're safe. So let's create a firing line. The firing line is where you're going to stand at the range and where everybody is going to be. There's not going to be anybody in front of you. There's not going to be anybody behind you. The firing line is meant to keep everybody on the same plane, therefore safe. Everybody's muzzles are faced in the same direction. For me, downrange is going to be in front of me and therefore right into this camera. We are going to shoot downrange or practice shooting downrange. So all we're gonna do is just start from the beginning and act like we've gone to the range to shoot. I've uncased my gun. I verified that it was empty and I have laid it on the table. It's facing down range. Keep everything down range. I'm gonna load my magazine now. Do not practice this with real ammo. No, no, no. Snap caps. Snap caps give you the benefit of feeling like you're manipulating a real bullet, and it also allows you to load your magazine, which I actually have a fairly hard time loading this magazine. If you have a loader, an assistance device you use to load your magazines, now would be a great time to practice with that as well, because you don't want to be fumbling when you're on the range. You want to feel really confident with the equipment you're working with. So I've got my snap caps. I'm going to practice loading my magazine. I'm going to practice loading my firearm. Being on the range can be a little difficult in the sense that when you're trying to stay downrange the entire time, sometimes it creates somewhat unnatural movements. So in order to keep this firearm pointed downrange the entire time, I'm going to have to at times adjust my body to keep this gun pointed in a safe direction. So I'm going to load my gun. I'm going to drop my slide. And now I'm going to act like I'm really going to shoot. I'm going to check my stance, make sure my feet are shoulder width apart. I'm going to pay attention to my grip. I'm going to aim my firearm, and I'm going to practice lining up my sights. I've picked a point downrange to focus on. Very simple. I know this seems too simple, but you'd be surprised how stressful it can be when you're on the range and the person to your left is shooting, the person to your right is shooting, everybody's shooting at once. It can be very intimidating. You've got the ear protection on. It's just an unnatural type situation and setting that we're not usually in. So being really competent in how you're manipulating your firearm is going to be so important to having a good range experience. Obviously with the snap caps, nothing's going to happen. So we can't cycle this gun, but this is another great exercise. Let's say for some reason I need to stop shooting. I'm not sure if I've emptied my magazine. There could be some ammo left in here, which since I did put a snap cap in my magazine, I now actually have a snap cap in here. So I have taken my magazine out, and now I'm going to practice how I unload a firearm. Always drop your magazine first, and then rack your slide and let your bullet fall out. And now I'm gonna leave my slide open so everybody can see it's empty, and I'm gonna set it down. And I can just go through this exercise as many times as I need to or want to to really start building that competency and confidence in manipulating my firearm. More videos to come that will specifically focus on the techniques to properly hit your target. This is Amanda Harden, Lipstick Tactical.